I'm Mary with Tattersall Distilling, and today we are going to mix it up a little bit and make two versions of the same cocktail. A lot of people were asking for recipes for classic cocktails, and so we are going to be doing those all week. And today we are going to be starting with one of the most classic, one of the most popular, famous cocktails, probably of all time, the Old Fashioned. So we are going to make two different versions. We're going to make the classic Old Fashioned, which is, there's a few different exact recipes that people would say would be the original, but this is going to be pretty close to the original. It's going to be one version of the original, just 3 basic ingredients. And then we're going to do the Tattersall Old Fashioned, which you can find on our free app that is free to download for your mobile device. It has over 400 cocktail recipes in there, all sorted by spirit, difficulty level, occasion, so you can search for exactly what kind of drink you're looking for. So today we are going to start with the classic Old Fashioned and then do the Tattersall Old Fashioned. So to make both of these, you will need, to make the classic Old Fashioned, you will need some whiskey. Today I'm using the Tattersall Rye Whiskey. You will need simple syrup. So for the classic Old Fashioned, I am using a traditional simple syrup, just sugar and water. And for the Tattersall Old Fashioned, I'm going to be using Demerara syrup, which is made with Demerara sugar. That's kind of like sugar in the raw, similar to that. And then you will also need your Tattersall sour cherry liqueur if you are going to be making the Tattersall Old Fashioned. Both of these call for Angostura bitters and a brandied cherry or a maraschino cherry. These are bourbon-soaked cherries. So you will also need a mixing glass, a mixing spoon, and a strainer. I have a Hawthorne strainer. You can also use a julep strainer if you would prefer, or if you have one of those. And then for garnish, an orange, you'll need a knife or a peeler to peel that. You'll need a jigger to measure everything, and then some ice. So we're going to start with the classic Old Fashioned. Take your whiskey and measure. Move this out of the way so you can actually see it. Take your whiskey and you will measure 2 ounces of whiskey of your choice. And then your simple syrup. Now you can use a 1/4 ounce or a 1/2 ounce. Either way, I'm going to use a 1/2 ounce because this isn't a rich simple. Rich simple just means that it has a higher sugar to water ratio. This is equal, so I'm going to use a 1/2 ounce so that we get that sweetness. Just right in there with it. And then your bitters. So you're going to want to give 2 strong shakes. When it says dashes, it means turn it directly upside down. I'm going to do it without taking the cap off first so you can see. What you're going to do is you're going to turn it upside down and literally go like that. So don't be shy with it. So that gets a good hefty amount of bitters right in there. So we are then going, and with an Old Fashioned, you don't want to stir for too long. So normally I would say stir for 30 seconds. I'm going to stir this for about 10 seconds because you want it to taste kind of strong. But you still want to get a little bit of water content and get it nice and chilled. But it is going to be served on the rocks as well. So then once that's nice and chilled and combined with your rocks glass, your strainer, sorry you can hear my cat over there, and strain it directly into the rocks glass. And add ice. Throw the ice on the ground if you prefer. Make sure you clean up the ice after so that it doesn't melt all over your floor. And then you will garnish that with an orange peel. So I have my paring knife. You could use a peeler too if you feel more comfortable with that. A Y peeler is great, or even just a regular vegetable peeler. And you'll get a nice peel like this. Try not to touch the outside too much because you want that oil that's right there. And you're just going to squeeze all over the top and get that oil in there. And then put that directly into your glass with a cherry. So that is your classic Old Fashioned, and now we're going to make the Tattersall Old Fashioned. So I'm going to use a new glass. I'm going to take your whiskey, once again, measure 2 ounces of whiskey. And then your sour cherry liqueur, measure 1/4 ounce of sour cherry liqueur. And then your demerara of this. This has kind of a molasses note to it. Gives it just a deeper, richer kind of sweetness, like a toasted quality. It's really nice. So your traditional old fashioned is going to be a little lighter tasting, and this is going to be richer tasting, kind of a more bold flavor. And your ice. And again, I'm going to stir for, oh, I forgot my bitters. Almost forgot. The good thing is that you can still add them. There you go. And then you're just going to stir for, again, about 10 seconds. And into your rocks glass. You can see the color difference there. And this will also get ice and the same garnish. A little too much ice there. There you go. And again, your orange peel. Express directly over there, and if you want, you can rub it around the side there, get that orange flavor on the lip of the glass, and your cherry. Directly in there. And there is your classic old-fashioned and your Tattersall old-fashioned. Cheers.